Yeah, I saw him getting 1 star. I don't understand. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I'm controlling the blue bars, not the yellow bars. I control the blue lines. I thought I was controlling the yellow ones. No, I can just open market right here. What she want? I don't got that. I don't got it. Ask for something else. I don't have it. Oh no. Is this all you want? I don't have any sugar cane either. Or onions. They're all chopped. I don't have what you want. Ask for things I have.
Oh, the fortune teller is right there. He doesn't even want the item she foretold. Is this everyone who's gonna request stuff? Should I leave and go somewhere else? I need money.
You're not saying yeah.
Yeah.
Bones, you are such a good tanuki for absolutely no reason. Yeah.
That says all reason. Yeah.
I know what they meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget.
This
Yeah.
line should be longer than just 10 minutes. This should be for the rest of stream. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Why not?
Ara. Yeah.
Okay, you didn't forget that time. Yeah. I'm even going yeah with you, so like that should be a reminder that you're supposed to go yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't help. Yeah.
Well, what would help, yeah?
I don't know yet.
Even Bones is going yeah.
Froggy? Right here. There is! There's a little froggy! I heard him ribboning. Are you here for me? Good. I have no clue how I got here. Like, zero. I bet my sibling, the so-called frog prince, had something to do with it, though. Yeah, Forg. Where'd he go? It's on the caravan somewhere. But I can't see him. Oh, I see him. He's on the other side. Yo, cleric. It's a cozy little
Farming game, but like you're not doing the farming. You're helping other people with their farming, and then you're driving a caravan around and selling things from your caravan. Because people give you vegetables when you help them with their farm.
I can't believe we've turned Pulp of the Lamb into Farming Simulator.
Yeah.
You'll do anything to play a simulator game, won't you?
Yeah. I gotta go find. Nah. What? Luca, where you at? I got potatoes. Oh, I can't pick these apples. What's this? What a view. Show me the view. Mushroom? I turned them into spores. Found you. Where are you? Oh, can't make it roll any faster. It keeps switching sides before I can even get there. Yeah, I still am getting 1 star. I don't understand. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I'm controlling the blue bars, not the yellow bars. I control the blue lines. I thought I was controlling the yellow ones. You know, I can just open market right here. What she want? I don't got that. I don't got it. Ask for something else. I don't have it. Oh no. Is this all you want? I don't have any sugar cane either. Or onions. They're all chopped. I don't have what you want. Ask for things I have. Oh, the fortune teller's right there. He doesn't even want the item she foretold. Is this everyone who's gonna request stuff? Should I leave and go somewhere else? I need money.
You're not saying yeah.
Yeah. Bones, you are such a good tanuki for absolutely no reason. Yan, 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 yeah. Yeah.
That says all reason. Yeah.
I know what they meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
keep
forget.
This is
Yeah.
why it should be longer than just 10 minutes. This should be for the rest of stream. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Why not?
Ara Ara. Yeah.
Okay, you didn't forget that time.
Yo, I'm here. Yeah, it's beach time. Unfortunately, I don't know if I broke Warudo because I switched to the alpha to see what was new in the alpha testing, or if it's just something with this pose.
BonesTager _ has resubmit for 7 months.
Happy early birthday, Gavin. Varied spins, 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 varied spins.
Yo, ride spins. Or I don't know if it's like this pose, but the tracking was not working. So it's just getting my audio and making my mouth move. Which is kind of upsetting, but oh well. Yeah, Bones, why are you green? Thank you for the resub. And I don't know who Gavin is. Yeah, Beach Chica. So I've had this outfit for a year. I just don't ever use it. Because the tail was broken. But since V-Royd now has tails, Luca fixed my tail for me. So I can put outfits on. Well, I'm sorry, you should have been here last year to see it. Like I said, I never use it. I literally just fixed it the other day. To use it. Yeah, see, it hasn't even been a year. Almost. You're not quiet. Okay, I know nothing about this game. But apparently it only takes, like, the video I looked up to see how long it was only like 20 minutes, but then I also looked up stuff that said it was like 40 minutes to an hour long. So we'll see if it takes me like 3 hours again. Yes, Autism Creature is still here on my floaty. It is cute. They meant Autism Creature. I know what they meant. You still spelled it wrong. Good job. There you go. And again, there was no audio control in this game, which is dumb. Uh-oh. You gonna fall asleep while driving? Wow. Some lovely visuals. It's so dark. I need it, Bones. It is so fucking dark. How am I supposed to see anything? So the only thing I do know is... Oh. Okay. The only thing I do know is this is like a single dad who lost his daughter in a car accident, which was apparently his fault. And he's stuck in some nightmare about it from the psychological trauma. I need them. I felt weird when I first moved to this house. It's so weird that for the first time in my life, I felt that void inside me. It ate my heart and my mind, my feelings and my soul. Maybe the accident never happened. Maybe I'm in a dream, but the clock keeps ticking, time is still passing, and I haven't woken up yet. K-chan! Hi, K-chan. That's why I need them. I keep losing the ones I have. And I need more. Yeah, it's Quan. Tissue? Oh. Oh, that door opens. Yo, light. Let there be light. Let's see. Juan the Swan. Okay. I'm just gonna play that sad music now. What's this? Oh, fancy closet. That has your child's clothes in it for some reason. Turn. Is it? I don't know what's that way. I can't see. Where's the light for that way? Is this just a dead end? I don't know. Oh. Should go for a walk? Take the flashlight, take the keys. Why did the music stop? Oh, I just got too far away from it. What kind of pasta? This kitchen isn't lit very well. Did something just... No, there's a weird glare on the counter. Okay. I thought something popped up. Rigatoni. You gonna put anything on the pasta? Oh, it's a window. Good job, good job. That was the perfect answer. No? Okay. Kitchen. I was just in the kitchen. K-chan kitchen. K-chan is a kitchen now. Key. That was just a singular key. It says take the keys. Hello? I don't like whatever that red flare is happening out there. Why do I have a mannequin in here? Hello? That's unsettling. I'm just gonna close that and turn the light back off. I don't like that. No, you. Why is the flashlight in the bathroom? Leave the house. The big shower. What? Why is your mirror on the ground? How do I use my flashlight? Oh. Okay. No, you. Excuse me? I'm scared to go in here. Unsettling. Poor meal. Hello. I don't know what that's. Is that supposed to, does that say I LOL? 1 LOL? Don't make me bite you. I don't want to look in there again. Oh, can I not turn this light on though? Okay. I'm not opening you. Not doing it. Oh my god, there's a gnat flying right in, like, almost into my fucking eye. Hello? Oh, there it goes. The refrigerator is... There it is again. Refrigerator is crooked for some reason. Yeah, it's being very annoying. This time it's colored in. Oh no, is the only door I can open the one with the mannequin in it? Oh, I just heard a door open. I don't like- I'm scared now. I don't know what door opened. bedroom one open now? No light? Fuck. Feels so angry. How could this happen to me? The guy was so drunk he didn't even know what he was doing. That's his fault. He is the one who killed my daughter. And God, where's God? Everyone is praying for him every day. My daughter believed so much to him, and what did he do? Nothing. He betrayed her. Why didn't he kill the guy who hit us? Does he even exist? Okay, but you were also falling asleep at the wheel, so it's also kind of your fault. Okay. Oh, the circle is changing positions. Am I gonna have to go open the mannequin room? Don't know. Can I open this door again? No. Can I pick up the key in here? I think. I'm gonna have to go in the mannequin room, aren't I? Find the missing part. Oh. Interesting. Mannequin's not here. Where is it? The only place I haven't been is the bathroom. But it won't let me in there. I can't jump. Don't know what these symbols are supposed to mean. Should I turn that off? That scared me. Can I just take this one? A swordfish. Oh. It was right there. Oh. Okay. The question is, does the colored in circle mean off or on? Assuming that means off. So the fourth one needs to be off. Can't go in there. The third one needs to be on. The second one needs to be off. First one off. First and second off. And if it's not that, then it's reversed. Alright. Well, I'm lost. unlocked the bathroom, I guess? No light? Of course. Ah, key. Oh. Oh, god damn it! I knew that mannequin was up to no good. Oh, fuck. Now we're gonna go through this again. I don't like that red light I keep seeing on that window. Don't like it. 2. Okay. God, please help me, please. If you exist as they say, please bring her back, I beg you. She asked me so many times to take her to the park, but I had so much work I didn't even have the energy to do it. I promised her that when I finish with my work, I will take her to the park. Please let me see her one last time, I beg you. I have a 2. Hello? No? Can't go in there this time? Still can't turn the lights on? 4. God, I don't like how dark it is in here. It seems like there's more and like each time another set of lights isn't able to be turned on. And that's not fun. Oh, okay. Bedroom, kitchen, bathroom, living room, closet. Uh-huh. Oh. Interesting. It has all the numbers listed there. I'm confused how I'm supposed to put them on the wall. I don't even see a number in here. Oh. Okay, so this is telling me the order on there. The kitchen is the second one and needs to be 9. I don't remember. 2 is the living room. Living room is 4. So the 4th one needs to be 2. Hello? There we go. Oh, thank you for the head pats. Yo, you got the golden crown. Oh my gosh. So much gold. The bathroom was 4. Okay, I will hydrate in a minute before I forget. Bathroom 4. Bathroom is 3. The 3rd one is 4. Okay. Okay, I hydrated. What we got? Bedroom and closet are the last 2. Oh! The lamp's just fucking gone. Number? 6. Bedroom is 6. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't like that. Okay. Closet. 0. It's already on 0. Why the fuck is it 69,420? Yeah, the closet is 0. So what? What have I done here? Or am I good? Can I go open that other door now? I can, okay. It doesn't tell me when I've completed something. Like there's no indication that I've done something. Okay, what's gonna happen in here this time? I'm scared to leave the room now. Oh god! Oh. Fucking ran past. Oh my goodness. Oh. Thank you, Bones. I need it. Oh. Follow him? I don't want to follow him. I'm assuming you're talking about the mannequin. Why do I even try to live like that? I think it doesn't matter anymore. I don't count as a man. She is a part of me, a part I love the most in this world. She was the reason I was smiling even when I was sad, even the hardest days of my life, and now she is gone. I lost myself there. Even if my body is here, I died there with her and I didn't realize it. Maybe that's the end for me. Maybe I shouldn't even exist at this point. What is life without smiling? And what is death without love? No, my flashlight isn't doing much in this red light. Oh, I don't think I want to. Can't go in the bedroom this time. What's that? Oh. When you are lost and you can't see, let the voices show you the way. Keep your eyes closed until they tell you everything, and only then you can continue your journey. Oh, great. That's fun. Any other spooky messages anywhere? Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna close my eyes and get scared shitless. Do I need to walk around? Oh. That's concerning. Are they gonna... What am I looking at? A lamp. Okay. Oh. Are you gonna talk to me and tell me what I need to do? So confused. What if I close my eyes over here? Hermit crab. In here? Okay, I will stretch. Oh no. I have no idea what they're saying. Okay. I don't know what that sound was. Should I open my eyes now? Okay. Is that a 2? 2004? It's a weird 2. Or a weird 9. I'm guessing it's a 2 though. But what do I do with this information? I think a door opened somewhere. It was 20 years ago. Oh. Door has been completely blown off. But there's... Oh. Okay. God, this flashlight isn't doing much of anything. Well, now what? What do I do with the information of 2004? Oh, should I close my eyes in the room? Yep. And then they're gonna blow another door open. I want to know if they're actually saying anything or if they're just making noises. Oh, that time they opened the door instead of blowing it off the hinges. Did you write something on the walls this time? 26. So we got 2004 and 26. Oh. Are you gonna open the door? Are you done? You didn't open a door. Oh. Well, that's blood in the hallway. 8. 2004, 26, and 8. And now there's blood in the hallway. So that's fun. Do I follow the blood? Oh, I guess they did open a door. Oh look, the key. What was the point of the numbers? Where are you at? God damn it. What the fuck? At least there's light. Oh my goodness. Oh my Anakin just fucking punched me. Can't even interact with that door. You know, it's too quiet in here. I am finally free. Still sad about what happened that day, but I think I accepted it. I accept that there is no white without black. There is no left without right, and there is no life without death. Yes, I accepted that, but I will never accept life without her. Hello, Renee. I know, right? This game hasn't been too spooky. Just some minor jump scares from a creepy mannequin. An adorable cat bot. Yes. Mew is a cat bot. I will never accept life without her. With the most important thing in my life. I am already dead. I died that day. Now. I just have to end this suffering. I don't even have footsteps anymore. I don't like this. Okay. Oh. That sounds like a child. Oh god. Okay, so that was only a 40-minute game. Yeah, that was an unexpected ending. Well, that was a fun little game. The jump scares were actually good. Definitely way too short. The creator said it was short though. They made this when they were like 17. The puzzles were very easy though. I was able to figure them out very quickly. Alright, I do have another spooky game. Since I knew that one was going to be short. As soon as Steam decides to actually close. Thank you, it's Miku on a plane. I don't think this game is listed on Twitch. That doesn't sound right. Interesting. Mars People Games. I just opened this game not too long ago to check it. Let's turn all that down. We'll make the voice It sounds a little louder. Turn the music down a bit. Oh, tiny bunny. I'm not typing it right. Why? Tiny bunny? It only has tiny bunny. This is the prologue. Okay, I know nothing about this game either. I think it's a visual novel though. I don't know what all those symbols on the bottom are. The wind clawed at my window all night long. Okay. What's this? Okay. I guess I need to push this button? Okay, I will hydrate. A blue discus. You guys really like catching the discus fish. It wandered the fields and howled like a hungry beast. An endless song weaved from all sorts of voices. Shrill, gentle, sneery, twined in the air. They were shouting and laughing, and arguing about something. Someone was running through the snow while casting long shadows that would occasionally creep close to my bed. Our house had a mind of its own, a creaky old mind of a building that had seen a lot in its days and was seemingly trying to share its wisdom with the inhabitants. The lonely house faced the forest, and the dark green thicket gazed back with its hollow eyes, rustling, whizzing, swaying back and forth. One could come out and stand at the edge of the forest to reassure themselves. There was nobody behind the crooked trees. Fuzzy silhouettes swaying in the wind couldn't possibly do any harm. It's just a play of light and shadow. Just a play. I knew it was just my imagination. I was already 12 after all. Still. Oh, yo, there's a fox in that picture. I didn't even see that. Okay, the way that kid blinks is kind of creepy. Hey, put away your book. How many times have I told you not to read at the table? It's bad for your health. Look how slouched you are. Okay. I didn't protest and put the book about Conan the Barbarian aside. I was stuck on a line I couldn't understand after reading it 3 times anyway. Olia had already finished her breakfast and was munching on some cookies. She was so enthusiastic, she almost looked like your typical girl from commercials. You're not going anywhere until you finish all of it. I, on the other hand, was still trying to drill a hole in the plate with my eyes, as if it would make the porridge disappear. Hazy anxiousness welled up inside, all because of the previous sleepless night, the black forest around our house, and the gloomy wind. The longer I waited, the colder the lumpy white substance became. It looked like a jellyfish from the Cousteau Odyssey? I love that show. I wonder how horrifying the bottom of the ocean is. It's very horrifying. Or how cold the Black Forest is at night. The spoon fell out of my hand. Good job. Mom showered me with a cold glare from her green eyes. What did I just say? I'll get it. I had 10 seconds to catch my breath before battling the nasty porridge once again. I felt around for the spoon. What is this, carved on the other side of the table? Karina? I don't see how that says Karina. It says Kapnyaha with a backwards N. How are you getting Karina from that? Oyster. Ah, that's my mom's name. I guess she carved it out with something pointy when she was little. She sure was a rascal, damaging the furniture like that. She would scold me for a week if I did something similar, though. Should I remind her about it? No, she's been in a bit of a bad mood lately. I imagined her being my age, sitting under this table. I wonder, was Mom afraid of the dark back then? Or the sounds coming from the attic? Or the thick forest? A moister oyster? Why is it a moister oyster? I imagined my grandma coming into my little mom's room, sitting at the edge of her bed, where I said this name earlier. Oya? Sleeps nowadays, and saying this in her soft, smooth voice. Taiga is a special place, little girl. It's watching you closely, sniffing you out, trying to discern what kind of beast you are. If you're a good sort, it won't abandon you in times of trouble. But if you're a bad apple, it'll grab you by the side and drag you under the ground. And that would be it. Grandma was caring. She never fought with anybody, never yelled, never swore. Those were the times without the maddening screams until late at night. Without smashed dishes and mutual accusations. Our parents used to love each other back then. I remember listening in on one of their conversations by chance. They were talking about Grandma getting prepared for her funeral. She had already bought a casket, and she called it her cute funeral box. It waited for its time in the closet, patiently. It was black, upholstered with meat-colored material on the inside. Ew. I saw it when my grandma was getting buried. The house didn't change since the time she was alive. Only all the photos were gone. Glass-covered pictures with gray faces of my ancestors. They all had a dead but watchful look in their eyes. I crawled out from under the table. Oya was done with her cookies and was looking at my share like a sly woodland critter. I turned my gaze toward the frosted window. There were a lot of dark pines outside, but they didn't grab my attention. A pattern of frost formed a picture on the glass. It's Fox. Oya, look, it's Fox. Anton. That's his name, apparently. Where? It looked almost like those optical illusion thingies they put on the back of student notebooks. A mixture of lines at first glance, but if you blur your vision a little bit and look under a certain angle. Not outside, on the window. Look, here's the nose, and here's... Hey, eat up. Yes, just a moment. I don't see anything. Hurry up, there's not much left. Ah, there it is, but it still doesn't look like one. And I'm telling you it does. Nuh-uh. It does. Stop it, these kids, I swear. Now I couldn't see the fox either. Yo, where'd it go? It disappeared. Went away. Only the frosty patterns, similar to stretched out nettle leaves, kept creeping up the glass. Oh, hello. My dad entered the kitchen with long, measured steps. I want to have a beard like his when I grow up. Mom would always ask jokingly, come on, shave it off, it stings. This was so long ago. Nowadays, rumbling doors and witty comebacks were an everyday occurrence. Oya always covers her ears whenever she hears something like, what's the point in all this, through the wall. It's all for your sake, Dad would reply, for the sake of our family. I always caught every sound in fear of hearing the most dreaded, the deadliest word that started with a D. D-I-V-O. I don't even want to finish it. It was scary to imagine that me and my little sister could be torn apart and taken into two different families. Anyway, your fox is nothing. I have an owl on my window. You and your owl talk again. You said you believed me just yesterday. Has anybody seen my car keys? I remember leaving them on the windowsill. Why would you put them on the windowsill? Right, maybe you did and maybe not. You're a grown man, a father of 2, and still. Karina, please, stop. Just let me get ready in peace. Your keys are in the basket near the phone. Well, thank you very much. Anton, stop making a martyr out of yourself and finish eating already. And the owl? There was no owl. There was one. It had giant glowing eyes. Oh, okay. That wasn't creepy at all. Oya sprung up from the chair and placed her hands on her little face, imitating a pair of eyes with her fingers, the size of an apple each. Last year, you had bye-bye in your closet, and now this owl? Yeah, why is that underlined? Oh, why is it... Oh, okay. Last year you had bye-bye in your closet, now this owl? But I saw it. Okay. Oya shifted her gaze back and forth from Dad to Mom to me, but couldn't find any support. Can I click on that, please? Thank you. Bye-bye. In Slavic folklore, a nocturnal spirit used by parents to threaten their ill-behaving children. Oh, okay. It's literally all it's for. Have you thought about befriending it? You know, like feeding it with imaginary mice? Don't bully our girl. She's just afraid to sleep alone because she's still little. Oya powdered her lips in rebellion and rushed into the hallway. The staircase that led to the second floor creaked. Mom gave Dad a strict look. Oh, that look in her eyes. It's so uncomfortable to be pinned under it. Dad just snorted in reply and left, ringing with the keys he just found. A minute had passed and the theme song from The Little Mermaid echoed through the house. It was stored on incredibly worn-out cassette tape, which Dad already had to glue together once. It's so easy to fix objects by gluing them back together, for example. But how do you fix a relationship? Just glue it back together. Yes, under the sea. Mom moved to the living room and I was left alone, anxiously stealing glances at the window. Oya had trouble sleeping ever since we moved to this house. She would toss and turn or curl up into a ball under her blanket. Sometimes she would jump up in the middle of the night and turn on the VCR. Cartoons helped to take her mind off all the troubles we had with the move and our parents. Oh! That's not a cute owl at all. And then Oya said she saw that giant flying monster outside her window. She became obsessed with it. Her parents did everything in their power. They tried every little trick to get rid of these ridiculous fears. Oya refused to sleep alone and didn't believe that the owl was just one of her nightmares. After tonight, I was unsure what to make of my sister's words, what to think of it myself. Can nightmares be infectious? Just last night, I couldn't get a wink of sleep and ended up thinking of what to expect in my new school. There were a couple of days left before the beginning of a new term. My imagination drew long, twisting hallways that led to a classroom full of kids. But all the students behind their desks were simply dark figures, cut out using a temple. Circular holes gaped in the middle of their faces, and pairs of eyes blinked inside these holes. It was as if some completely different creatures were looking at me from behind the flat black silhouettes. Their cruel glares, filled with icy sneers, made me shiver from head to toe. Will I survive here? Won't they gang up on me and beat me down, stomp on me with their bloodied shoes? The damn school can burn for all I care. I just wish for anything to happen to it. It doesn't really matter what. I didn't want to go there that badly. I didn't want to see people who are just itching to smack me on the head, trip me up, think of a new offensive name for me, worse than the previous one. I felt like the glasses I wore made me an outsider or some sort of a monster. My gaze slid across the drawings hanging on the walls. Something's being very squeaky. I couldn't consider myself a great artist, but Oya begged me to hang them. Drawing was the only thing that made me happy as of late. A small circle of friends I had also enjoyed my paintings, and they promised to call me from time to time. Sometimes I imagine Mom picking up the phone and saying in a cold voice, "You've got the wrong number," or "Anton is not around." I imagine my future classmates lying in their beds, just like me, listening to the howls of invisible werewolves outside their windows. Maybe my new classmates will like me after all. But who would ever like a boy with thick glasses? I mean, my dad used to wear glasses when he was little, and now he's married to the most beautiful woman on the planet, my mom. The house creaked, pressed by the wind. The condo we used to live in, a 9-floor concrete building, buzzed with the neighbor's drill, mumbled with the TV set from behind the wall, cried like a baby from the big family next door. Our current house, though I can't really call it new, was completely different. It was silent and easy going during the day. Its shadows lay dormant in the corners, on the closet cobwebs and under the stairs. But they all woke up during the night. Something was watching me from every corner, almost as if the old photos of my deceased family with their ashen eyes were hanging on the walls in place of my drawings. Yo, there's an ad in like 3 seconds. So I'm gonna stop and go to the bathroom while the ad plays. Since this is a story. Yo, let's save. Oh, there's multiple pages, okay. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and we'll be right back. Yeah, we can just open market right here. What she want? I don't got that. I don't got it. Ask for something else. I don't have it. Oh no. Is this all you want? I don't have any sugar cane either. Or onions. They're all chopped. I don't have what you want. Ask for things I have. Oh, the fortune teller's right there. He doesn't even want the item she foretold. Is this everyone who's gonna request stuff? Should I leave and go somewhere else? I need money.
You're not saying yeah.
Yeah. Bones, you are such a good tanuki for absolutely no reason. Yeah.
That says no reason. Yeah.
I know what they meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget.
This
Yeah.
line should be longer than just 10 minutes. This should be for the rest of stream. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Why not?
Ara. Yeah.
Okay, you didn't forget that time. Yeah. I'm even going yeah with you, so like that should be a reminder that you're supposed to go yeah.
That doesn't help, yeah.
Well, what would help? Yeah.
I don't know, yeah.
Even Bones is going yeah.
I can't make it roll any faster. It keeps switching sides before I can even get there. Yeah, I still am getting one star. I don't understand. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I'm controlling the blue bars, not the yellow bars. I control the blue lines. I thought I was controlling the yellow ones.
Can't believe we turned Cult of the Lamb into Farming Simulator.
Yeah.
You'll do anything to play a simulator game, won't you?
Yeah. Yo, Cleric. It's a cozy little farming game, but like you're not doing the farming. You're helping other people with their farming, and then you're driving a caravan around
And selling things from your caravan. These people give you vegetables if you help them with their farming. Froggy? There is! There's a froggy! I heard him ribboning. Are you here for me? Good. I have no clue how I got here. Like zero. I bet my sibling is so close. No, another discus. Okay, Pyro. I will hydrate. How dare you bonk me? Did the game get fucking louder? Now you're bonking the butterflies. Alright, something was watching me from every corner, almost as if the old photo— oh, I already read that. The floor was squeaking, rusty drains were moaning, the attic was occupied by noisy drafts. Why? Why? Is the game too loud for you guys? Because it's getting so loud for me. I don't know why it's getting so loud. One could think the house was performing some sort of demonic melody. And then I realized I was in fact hearing music. It was already playing for a good while. Yeah, it's been playing very loudly. Somewhere at the edge of my perception I could hear a flute. It was mixed in with the sound of the wind, of the creaking old house, and my thoughts too. I stood up and rushed to the window. I wanted to reassure myself that this music was nothing more than a product of my imagination. Not like someone is playing it there, amidst the cold snowy night, right? Oh. Open the window. Someone was dancing in the field. It looks like foxes dancing. Foxes dancing back there. Black silhouettes I could barely make out, with the dark forest as their backdrop. They jumped around, basked in moonlight, bumped into piles of snow, rolled around, and crawled on all fours. Yo, are they werewolves? Stories about wolves playing under the moon came to mind, but these were clearly not wolves. Werefoxes? They stood upright at times, circled around holding hands and whipping up snow, disappearing into the shadows for a brief moment and then coming back. Something bizarre was going on. Shadows dancing in the starless abyss made my imagination go wild, making me anxious at the same time. Suddenly the music had stopped. Uh-oh. They know I'm watching. The dancing shadows froze in place and I could swear pierced me with their eyes. One of the silhouettes immediately parted from the bizarre shadow carnival and sprinted across the field with giant leaps. Oh, hello. It glided on squeaky snow without leaving any prints until it was devoured by the pitch-black shadow of my house, which became even darker and thicker. My heart was jumping around like the bird inside a cage. I shut the curtains with a swift motion and stepped back toward the bed. They saw me. A freezing torrent of fear washed over me. I stood in the middle of a perfectly dark room and listened to some unwanted guest move and scrape around, looking for an entrance. The sound moved to the right, then circled around the house. Now my guest should be at the front door. I jumped into the bed and covered myself with a blanket as if it could protect me. The shackles of fear locked my muscles. I remembered the funeral, my grandma lying there, hands crossed on her chest, her facial features sharp like that of a tin doll. Ants running up and down the legs of chairs that held my grandma's casket. I imagine those little creatures climbing up her head and pulling up her eyelids with their tiny legs. Then her wrinkly eyeballs would... Eyeballs can't be wrinkly. Your eyeballs don't get wrinkly. That doesn't happen when you get old. Then her wrinkly eyeballs would once again move inside their sockets and she'd be able to see her grandchildren. I was chanting the spell she taught me throughout the whole procedure. And now lying under the blanket listening to squeaks and howls, I was repeating the same words. On the island of Bouillon, underneath the blemished sun, in the sea of color blue, stands a cabin made of wood. There lay lard and ashen hair for the spawn from Devil's Lair, to feast and always leave alone, God's faithful servant named Anton. Evil leave this house must. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Bizarre sounds had disappeared. I cautiously peeked out. Hello, Bones. Welcome back yourself. I cautiously peeked out from under the blanket and saw curtains waving around like a hangman. And then the night doused me with a new portion of boiling terror. The sound scratched at my eardrums. Why are you pouting? In reality, something or someone were scratching at the front door, hurriedly clawing at wood, demanding to be let in. Yo, let them in. The door was shut. Dad had become very cautious recently, so he installed a sturdy lock. 'Cause why? I remember him staring at the forest intently as if he was looking for someone. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I hugged my knees, placing my chin between them, and drilled the door with my eyes. It was so flimsy and weak before the might of darkness. Yes, what? And then... Oh. That's not slightly. The doorknob twitched slightly. That was not slightly. Then it turned halfway, once, twice, as if the person who tried to enter had no hands. The doorknob tilted once more and then started clicking violently. My jaw cramped from fear. My wet fingers clutched the blanket. Oh, the door creaked and opened. Fun. The wind taunted me, moaning inside the tin drains. Now you'll see. The door was wide open. The darkness writhed inside the carnivorous mouth of a doorway. Tony? Anton, do you go by Tony? Hello? There it goes. It was as if the night itself was calling out to me, flapping its black wings and squeaking with rusty hinges. I was trembling and snared by the web of darkness that hung in the corners of my room, waiting for the one who weaved it to come out of the gaping black hole. Tony. My abdomen tightened and my chest rose up, ready to exhale a desperate scream. But before I was able to do anything, the darkness asked me. A sailfish. Tony, you asleep? My sister's pale face protruded from the thick shadows. I almost screamed from relief. Oya, I'm not sleeping. Did something happen? Oya frowned and stuck out her lower lip, a clear sign that she was about to cry. It's there again, staring at me. Shoo her away, Tony, please. I'm so scared. The fear that was tormenting me just a minute ago crawled away and hid somewhere in my stomach. I needed to calm Oya down. It was just a dream, silly. Don't be scared. Dreams don't bite. No one's going to harm you. You need to tell yourself that. Oya sobbed. She was trying her best to believe me. But was I sure myself? I have an idea. Let's go to your room and watch the video Sleeping Beauty, for example. Okay, that's a weird sentence. You like that cartoon, don't you? Why does the Sleeping Beauty have a prince and I have this scary bird? Because you are a child. You do not need a prince. That question took me by surprise. Alright, let's watch Cinderella. My thoughts became tangled, fuzzy. What was that? What studied me with its eyes while dancing feverishly under the moon? The darkness was clinging to the window, and it couldn't be fooled by Grandma's old chants. Where'd she go? I couldn't be satisfied with a feast of lard and long ashen hair. Tony, you coming? Yes, just a moment. Oh, God! The fuck? That scared the shit out of me. Yeah, I was not expecting that. I also thought I just died, but apparently that was a dream? That's why I didn't want to laugh at Oya and her owl in the morning. Who could be visiting us here in the middle of nowhere? We don't know anyone around here. So persistent. I felt extremely unsettled just from a silly thought that our morning guest could have come from the woods. I could barely hear voices coming from the front door. My mind was urging me to hide. In the closet, under the table, behind the curtains, where Oya always hides. Well, that window doesn't have curtains. Do you have windows with curtains? Tony, come here. I felt like kettlebells were tied to my feet, but still dragged them toward the hallway. Oh? A couple of policemen towered over me in the doorway. They smelled like frost and worry. My mom always winced and grumbled the moment she saw patrol cars. Cars, worse than bandits. Yo, where's Oya? At the moment, though, she looked somewhat confused. Hello. Senior officer who wore a grim expression nodded. A boy had gone missing yesterday. His name's Vova. Look at this, please. Have you seen him? The policeman held out a photograph to me. Kitty! There was a ginger boy around the age of elementary school, pictured with a wall carpet as the backdrop. He had a striped cat in his hands and wore a wide smile. No, I haven't. Are you sure? Look closely. Where would I see him? I don't know anyone around here. I barely leave the house. Well, maybe you've seen him from the window. That's right. Your windows look straight at the forest, don't they? The window. Ow. No, I haven't seen anything. I see. He sounded tired, but his eyes, his stare, long and heavy, was full of suspicion. I squirmed unwittingly under the weight of guilt, which his giant shadow cast over me. The policeman finally tore his eyes from me and glanced over the hallway, the stairway and the cracks in the ceiling, which I haven't noticed before for some reason. How do you like your new place, by the way? Getting used to it? Bit by bit. It's just our little daughter misses the city a lot. Misses the city, huh? Have the locals been treating you well? Yes, everything is alright, thank you. Policeman pierced through me one more time with his gray eyes. My head started spinning. Can I help you somehow? I asked that in a shaky voice to look like a polite boy and to end this unpleasant conversation sooner. Now that I think about it, you look just like one of my nephews, little fella. He's a witty boy around your age, wears the same type of goggles, haha, always engrossed in reading those mystery novels. Told me he wants to enroll in police school when his family visited this summer. Wanted to help other people, just like me, see? I felt uncomfortable, as if a distant relative and not a police officer stood before me. Why would a distant relative be more uncomfortable than a police officer that you don't know at all? You know what? Little boys like you should stay at home, steer away from trouble. The times have changed so much. Mom interjected in a cold voice. You don't say. Ah, well then. What grade are you in, Tony boy? 6th. Have you made any friends here so far? Not yet. I'll be going to school for the first time after the break. And then I'll leave you my number just in case. Call me if you have any new info. The policemen were gone along with their shadows, the smell of cheap cologne and the photo of a smiling boy. His face still stood before my eyes. I wondered what it was like for him, being all alone, there. For some reason I thought of the forest, swaying in the wind. Yo, has he seen that boy in the forest? What did his poor parents feel? And what would my parents do if I'd gone missing? Would they cry and thrash around hysterically? Or would they accuse each other like they always do and forget about me eventually? Oh, that's what that noise was. I didn't know you threw the beach ball. Orange mandarin fish. Mom, this Vova, did he go missing in our forest? Fish. Yes. Seems like it. Poor child. I looked out the window at the road. The police UAZ drove off toward the village. A Soviet and Russian off-road freight passenger car brand, which was produced on the I don't know, car factory. Something car factory. I can't pronounce that. I didn't know this game was like based around Russia. The officer's nephew came to mind when I was splitting off old paint from the windowsill. I remembered all the teenage mystery novels from the Black Kitty series I've read this summer. Oh, no, I want that one. That's an underlined word. A series of contemporary Russian original or translated teen mystery books. Your average boys and girls investigated all sorts of mysteries there. They looked for clues, spied on suspicious people, and after a set of amazing adventures, bam, solved any complicated case. They became local celebrities and must have made their parents very proud. I noticed a trail of policemen's footprints that led to the forest, and then it clicked in my head. Why don't I start an investigation of my own? You know, that sounds like a horrible idea. You should not do that. Maybe I'll find that lost boy, and I'll get a reward. Oya will be so happy. You're gonna become a lost boy. And not only Oya, Mom and Dad too. Maybe they'll even forget about their quarrels for a while. Maybe I'll even save us from the D word. I fantasized about buying Oya a Tamagotchi and getting a cassette player and a bunch of tapes for myself. Yo, a Tamagotchi. And a whole box of Kinder Surprise. Kinder Surprise eggs aren't that good. I don't know why everybody likes them. When was the last time our parents bought us any toys? Last autumn, I think. My dad had lost his job at the time. There's that annoying song about it. Accountant? A song by an all-female Soviet pop band by the name of... Combination is the English translation of that word. That was widely popular in the early 90s. Interesting. Is that a real song? Does this have like real like Russian facts in it? Yeah. This where I found it spelled it with a C though, not an S. Oh, and no T. But what I found is spelling it with a C and no TS. Maybe they just had to slightly change the spelling. I don't know. I had little to no idea that was the accountant's job like. They count money, I think. Yeah, that sentence doesn't make sense. Neighbors used to envy us. But nowadays, Mom and Dad barely had money to afford sweets, and Dad would always divide a single chocolate bar between me and Oya. Sometimes I gave her my share too. No matter how much I wanted to eat sweets, she was still just a pipsqueak. I couldn't wait to go out, looking for clues. I'm going outside. Yeah, right. You want the police to go around with your photograph next? The forest is so thick. What if the boy got snatched up by wild animals, or something even worse? Even worse, echoed through the hallway. I won't go far. I'll stay away from the forest. Did you hear what I said, or should I repeat myself? Better go pack your school bag or play with Oya. Okay, that was weird sounding water. The sound of splashing water came from the kitchen. It meant that the argument was over and Mom had the last word. Yo, should we go outside anyway? What's this? This cross had seen so many people come and go in this house. It was black as if it absorbed all human sin from the long years it was hanging under the ceiling. After Grandma died, Mom was going to take it off and hang a horseshoe in its place as a lucky charm. But she cut herself with the cross sharp corner and almost fell from the stepladder. Dad called it a sign from above and ordered the cross to be left alone in its rightful place. Yeah, that's not creepy at all. What's that? Mom's peg top, a family relic. My mom played with it when she was little, and then she gifted it to me. Oya was next in the succession line. The toy belonged to her now. She stared at the dancing spindle as if it could show her something, a fairy tale or maybe even our future. Now even my little sister was a bit too old for the old, squeaky peg top. Oh, what's that? My parents prohibit me from making long-distance calls, but from time to time I really want to hear my old friends. Sometimes I would just pick up the phone, listen to the low hum of the zoomer and the distant crackling, imagining the wind howling and the ice-leaden chords. Anton, I'll whip you if you make a single step out the door. Alright then. What's in here? A dark, stuffy closet. Mom says it smells like mice, but how would she know their smell? She hates when I stick my nose in there. She's afraid I'll cut myself on the freshly sharpened axe. And Oya can't even be lured close to it. She thinks Babai is living there. I tried to help her fight her fears once. I opened the door and turned on a dim lamp so she would see there was nothing but cobwebs, Dad's tools, and scratched walls. She still didn't believe me. And I like to hide in the closet and listen to Oya count outside. 1, 2, 3, better hide from me. And then drag her feet on the creaking floorboards, hoping that she wouldn't need to look for me in the cramped monster's den. Okay, that's it. I guess we're going to the kitchen. The side of an old ocean freezer was checkered with my childish drawings, Mom's recipes, and all kinds of stickers from bubblegum with dinosaurs that Oya liked so much. Among that still life picture hung a piece of ruled paper with the phone number of the police officer who visited us. First Lieutenant Tikhonov? I read inside my mind, looking at the officer's sprawling handwriting. The scrap of paper was held by 2 pieces of a broken magnet from some old Soviet toy, and those pieces just barely covered up the numbers as if to taunt me. I leaned toward it to unveil the mystery and take the piece to a safer place where it would wait for its time when I would finally find Vova and be the first to call the police with the happy news. Anton. Mom's reproachful eyes stared at me. What do you need it for? Hands off, you'll lose it. Angry at my mom was the last thing I wanted, so I lowered my hand. I took a peek at Mom's crossword. She would get very angry when someone gave her advice, so me and Dad faked knowing the answer and being about to reveal it all the time. I smiled at the fleeting thought. Vertical, 9 letters. The name of the Philistine deity that protected them from viper bites and had a nickname the Lord of Flies. Second letter is E. The decrepit and stain-covered calendar was once my favorite form of entertainment in Grandma's house. How is a calendar a form of entertainment? I remember waking up and running to the kitchen so I could tear off yesterday's leaf first thing in the morning, as if the coming day would get lost in the taiga forest without my help. One day closer to New Year's. One day closer to Grandma's funeral. I haven't touched this calendar for years now. And why is it still up? Since the time they started writing dark and spooky death chants that only made me gloomy instead of funny proverbs and superstitions, to be exact. I grabbed a dusty calendar leaf with caution and tore it off effortlessly. Sadly, the spooky descriptions from my childhood were still there. 7 horses carry the log. If 7 can't carry, bring the 8th from a ferry. They will take it away and never come back. This is the fate the log cannot escape. I crumpled the gray leaf and threw it into the waste bin, hoping to get rid of the anxiousness that washed over me. Thank you for the head pats. It was spreading inside me like an ink stain on blotting paper. Emircom of Russia has declared the state of emergency due to adverse weather conditions. According to the weather forecast, a cyclone is moving toward the region. Expect heavy snowfall, blizzards, and snowdrifts on the road. Keep your eyes open and take care of yourself. Okay. Oh, there's no thing to look at things. Grandma kept ice cream for me and Oya there, but now I can only see meat bits for soup and clumped together pelmeni. I grew to hate them already. Pelmeni, a Russian variety of dumplings made by boiling thin, unleavened dough filled with mincemeat. One may even call it Russian fast food. Okay. Now what? Oh, I can click you? There wasn't a thing to click you. It was difficult to lie to Mom, but there was no other way for me to run away from home. Mom, something's wrong with the TV. The picture is dim and there are stripes all over the screen. Mom's face became visibly distorted. Ah, you're killing me here. So have you had enough of shooting those stupid ducks now? Told you the kinescope will go dim because of your console. Where will we find a TV technician in this hole, huh? Maybe it's just the settings. Please go see for yourself. Strange, it worked fine in the morning. Maybe the snowfall caused it? Mom rubbed her hands clean on her apron and went to Oya's room. Okay. Can I take this now? Yo, I did it. What if I do this now? I won't touch it ever again. Okay.
Машина, в которой он находился, была обстреляна неизвестными вооруженными лицами. Куплю жене сапоги.
Это просто, Леня. АО ММС.
Okay. What if I do it again? I don't like that giggling. Olive Ridley turtle? What does that mean? Okay, let's do it again. Okay, this is the same thing again. Okay. Black Cross. Anton, get your hands off the phone. Toy's toy. Anton, get your ass out of the closet immediately. Yo, she wants him to come out of the closet. Oh, you hear me touch the phone and open the closet door, but you don't hear me leave through the front door? How did she not hear that? Okay, bye Renee. I opened the front gate and went into the field. You did put it back. Or, yeah, you were the one who fished. Carefully, so Mom wouldn't see me from the window. When I crossed half of the distance toward the forest, the snow piles became as high as my knees. I remembered my nightly fears. A parrotfish. I saw the silhouettes around here. They were jumping around holding hands. That hypnotizing music started playing in my head all on its own. In the light of day, those distant figures felt like a simple dream. The sun turned my nightmares to ash, but the aftertaste was still there, distant ringing in my ears, distorted shadows crawling on the snow alongside me. And a barely audible whisper in my head, blurry and almost kind. Everything was silent. So silent I felt like the world was totally empty. No ground, no sky, no parents, no Oya. The time reached its limit, a one-way trip that ended at the forest's piney stockade. Sometimes silence was much scarier than any scream. Our parents would scream at each other while arguing, and both me and Oya turned to stone, listening to them. But then always came the ringing silence. Out apartment became numb a couple of days before we departed. It was hard to remember the last time Mom and Dad joked around, laughing or spent time together. Almost like all of it was in a previous life. When they kissed with Oya present, she always frowned and snorted in a funny way. Zero. Oh my god, so much gold. I don't know, but I got an achievement for it. Oh my gosh. It's 0. He's just a dancing little buddy. He's just a little guy. You fished him out of the water. Because he's legendary. Yeah, he's just a little guy. But one day it all changed. Something important had left our home, and something scary filled the remaining void. I don't like these high-pitched noises I keep hearing and these sounds. It was as if a fire broke up, and our parents were hurriedly packing our belongings, trying to save themselves and us. From who, though? For a second, it keeps sounding like a microwave is going off. And I was like, is somebody using the microwave? Over and over and over? And the people with dead cold eyes who sometimes visited us in our previous home. The eyes that only saw balls of worms on the black ground and everything. And somewhere far away, a siren was going off, trying to warn us of the coming menace. Is that what the high-pitched noises are? Yo, you do have thick glasses. I shuddered, chasing away my delusions, and looked around. There were only me, this white field, and the wind that was whipping up icy dust and belts of powdered snow. I squinted from the sun and turned my eyes to the sunless forest. It looked especially dark in contrast with the blinding whiteness. Knobby tree roots slithered under the snow like fat snakes. Rotten leaves and coniferous needles froze into the ice. An electric catfish. Yo, there's a mitten on that tree. Dry, prickly branches intertwined, bringing up uncomfortable thoughts about fences. Were they protecting the forest? Or were they keeping something from breaking out? Some object was hanging from one of the pointy branches. I tried to get closer, drowning in snow, and when I almost got to the edge of the forest, I saw a knitted mitten. It looked like a wounded bird among the hungering semi-dark. Should I take it to the police? Their senior officer looked gloomy, but he still reminded me of Captain Casanova from my favorite TV show called The Streets of Broken Lights. A Russian mystery TV series telling a story of the daily life of Russian police officers. It's the longest running series in the history of Russian TV at the moment. I don't know when this game came out, but I'm sure that's probably still true. He was also always anxious, with a tired look in his eyes, but still brave and strong. Will this mitten help them find the lost boy? Bova! I heard a distant shout. Looked like it came from the river. You heard a shout that looked like it came from the river? How are you looking at sounds? This wasn't translated very well. Bova, as if the trees were calling out to someone. No, I don't see sounds. That's what my ears are for. You can't see sounds. Vova resounded closer to me. Someone was standing there behind the trees, hiding. Vova. I knew someone was looking for the lost boy, but still, something was unsettling about that figure. I don't see a figure. No, you can't. Its stillness, how it was bent unnaturally toward the ground. What figure? I don't see a figure. So that's impossible. It's blackness. There's no one there, just branches and roots. It's all just my imagination. A nearby bird flapped its wings loudly. Oh. A shadow split from the tree and disappeared from my sight. I looked away for just a moment, but when I turned my gaze back to the same place, it was gone. So it was my imagination after all. Silence reigned for a painfully long time. My muscles were tightly sprung, my heart was beating somewhere in my throat. Any noise, any little movement, any small whisper from the thicket and I'd sprint. But nothing of the sort happened. I looked at the mitten once more. Yo, should we take... Oh, why is my cursor moving so slowly? An Atlantic cod. Should we run away or take the mitten? What should we do? Why is my... This game is like lagging really hard for some reason now. Cursor's all jumpy. Bones, what do you say? Should we take the mitten? I decided to take the lonely mitten from the branch. Oh, hello. Bova. A shout rumbled across the field and dissolved into the distance. No echo, no hope for a reply. Did I just kill us? I stepped toward the bristly trees and tried to claim my find. It didn't budge. I pulled harder. The branch cracked and the mitten tore off, landing in my hand with a squishy sound. All too heavy. Wet. Yo, this music needs to calm the fuck down. It's gonna give me a heart attack. I squeezed it without thinking and something dark spilled from it, forming a tiny stream between the mitten and the snow. Oh, was it filled with blood? Steam rose from the snow pile. It's filled with blood. Warm blood, apparently. I froze in place, studying my palms in disgust. Sorry, I got blow my nose. Red. The sound of cracking branches invaded the silence. I didn't have to think twice before running away. Someone was chasing me from the darkness, breaking pine branches, closing the distance with giant leaps. Snow was slowing me down. Crazy thoughts flew through my mind. I'll get caught. They'll get me. I'll get dragged into the thicket. I'll be gone forever. But there was one more voice, probably one of reason. It gave me strength, spurred me on. You can do it. Don't stop. I heard an animal roar behind me. It was so loud my ears went numb. It's not as loud as the music. I felt like the sound had come from a pack of hungry beasts rather than a single one. Their nostrils sucked in freezing air. They sensed my fear. 2 giant wings flapped above my head. An enormous shadow flew over the clearing. A hoot, a wheeze. The roars were coming from all directions now. From the dried-up raspberry bush, from twisted pines, from under the windfall. Hurry, run, don't look back. It felt like I was inside a nightmare. Yo, that's the game. We just played the nightmare inside. That's funny. The snowy clearing became vicious like quicksand. I was stuck in place. How are you still running then? I pulled my leg from the mushy trap just to be caught in a new one, even deeper than before. I continued to drown, sinking deeper and deeper with every desperate push. Was snow ever this sticky? I screamed in horror after realizing this wasn't snow. Someone or something in the snow pile was clutching my pants. I gathered all my strength and rushed forward. The pressure on my leg was gone. My boots slipped out of the hole and my soles were on a hard surface again. I reached a clear path with one jump and from there ran to my house. Yo, did we survive? Its gloomy facade didn't look threatening now. That house was my line of defense. Oh my god, this music. From the shadows that flapped their wings and the creatures that were hidden under the snow. Can we please not shake the camera? I tripped over the doorstep and smashed into the door. In all my hurry, I still managed to notice the claw marks. As if a dog was striking the wood with its paws, demanding to be let in so it could escape the cold. I hadn't noticed these marks when I was leaving. The heartbeat in my ears was much louder than my surroundings. I couldn't hear whether someone was following me or not. What if they were already in our front yard and Mom had locked the door? Drowning in fear, I pulled on the doorknob and it obediently gave way. I rolled into the hallway and shut the door behind me. Porch planks creaked as my pursuers ascended the stairs. My fingers slipped off the lock and I couldn't click it into place. I gritted my teeth and pulled hard on the iron knob, whipping it between the boards. I stared blankly at the door. Someone was standing on the other side of the pitiful, flimsy barrier that was probably less useful than blankets. Wheezing breath reached into the house and crashed at me in waves. It smelled of pine and sweat. Mom peeked out of the kitchen and chastised me with the same frigid voice she always used when talking to Dad. What exactly didn't you understand when I told you to never slam the door? I didn't mean to. I snuck a glance at the door. The smell was gone, and the breath was too. If there was someone in the first place, of course. Here, mere 5 meters away from Mom, my fear was slowly weakening, melting like snow in spring, and with it the last bit of strength I had left in my body too. My legs gave way. I propped myself up against the wall so I wouldn't fall over. Mom's expression had changed immediately. The cold mask of strictness and detachment was gone. Mom looked the same as before all those quarrels. She finally saw my condition, my wet pants plastered with snow. Where have you been? What did I tell you, huh? I told you to stay home. Am I nothing to you? to? I got afraid she would cry. I reached out to her like when I was very little and wanted her to cuddle me. But Mom regained her composure fast and put on her usual face. Her eyes shined like steel. Her voice rang out. Your dad can't find his cigarettes. Be honest, did you snatch them? Were you smoking in secret? There was someone chasing me, I thought. I stuttered as soon as I started explaining myself. Tears welled up in my eyes. Mom leaned toward me and sniffed my clothes like a beast, searching for the smell of tobacco. Then she squinted her eyes in suspicion and looked into the front yard. Her expression changed in an instant and she covered her mouth with her hand. Look, over there, at the fence. My heart started thumping as if I became prey once again, and my pursuers were following me in the field. I could swear that I've heard something scratch at the door, just like in my nightmare. Mom beckoned me with her finger, and I gathered all my remaining bravery to look into the kitchen window, facing my fear. I could barely discern some hairy silhouettes swimming in snow through the icy winter patterns on the glass. Dogs. Just a small pack of strays, with no name and owner, barely reminding of the hungry monsters that live on the edge of the forest. Oh boy, were you scared of them? I think they'd rather be scared of you, Anton. They were chasing me, like a bunny. And what if they're rabid? A smile had slowly disappeared from Mom's face. Now she looked at the dogs as if it was her first time seeing them. What if they attack Oya? Mom? I wish your dad could just shoot them all. Mom, look, they're alive. Huh? What? Are they your friend or foe after all? Make up your mind. What? You're not a little kid anymore. Mom sighed in annoyance, and I felt so bitter that I bit my lower lip and fixed my gaze on the cobweb-ridden corner. Well, some detective I am. In reality, I wasn't risking my life among monsters, but rather my pants among a pack of stupid strays. And what for? What use do I have for this? Mitten. Of course. A dark and sticky mitten that belonged to the lost boy made a squishy sound in my hand. Seems like I was clutching it the whole time. That's my trump card as a detective. I hurried to present this clue to my mom. Mom, look, this is Vova's mitten. That boy the police were asking about in the morning. It's drenched in blood. I found it hanging on a tree. I can show where. Let's call the police right away, like the officer had told us to. Mom, look. Ew. A shadow of doubt slowly crept onto Mom's contorted face. As if she was trying to remember something distant, like someone tries to remember their dream, but the images slip away. Stop at this moment. Oya will go insane if she hears you. She already has trouble sleeping and whines all the time. And you joke around like this. At that moment I realized the mitten was actually wet from snow. There was no blood whatsoever. I wanted to sink through the floor from embarrassment. Oh. What was that noise? What were those noises? Come here, my boy who cried wolf. Oh, don't just stand there. Come take your pills. Oh. Those were the sound of pills. A golden-colored pill, reminiscent of a dead wasp, fell into my palm. I already took one during breakfast. Don't talk over me. I told you to stay home, and Dad would have given you a good whipping for that. Come on, take it, or you won't be able to sleep at night, and you have school tomorrow. So I had to swallow the bitter medication. Drinking it down was similarly awful water that gave off a taste of chlorine. What kind of drugs is he taking? Maybe it wasn't Volva's mitten. Maybe it wasn't a mitten at all. Just like the forest monsters. And Oya's owl. Am I going mad? What's happening to me? Either the pill had an immediate effect or my overexerted brain didn't let fear inside anymore. Serenity washed over me, bringing yawny indifference along with it. They're drugging you. Okay. Anton, you done? See, you can do it when you try. Done what? Take off your coat. Are you asleep? No, Mom, I was just thinking. What about, I wonder? It's just something silly. Mom scrutinized me with suspicious eyes. Oh. I didn't even see the hydrate. Mom scrutinized me with suspicious eyes, as if she wasn't sure she was looking at her own son and not some doppelganger that came from the forest. Can we stop with the shaky picture? Is everything alright? You had the exact same expression when the policeman asked you about the window. I'm alright, Mom. She heaved a deep sigh. Fine. Seemed like the house had changed. The sofa's fabric had become discolored. Fingerprints appeared on the bathroom tiles. The light bulbs also felt different, dimmer and yellower. Even the saliva inside my mouth had a different taste. Yes, Bones? A melody from Aladdin could be heard from the upper floor. Oya was done rewatching her favorite Little Mermaid episodes and switched to other tapes. A rainbow thing that I can't pronounce. It's not 2 more hours until my birthday. My birthday is in 2 days. I slowly changed into my home clothes, stopped before the sink, and studied my reflection in the mirror, like I was trying to solve one of those spot the difference puzzles. Good job, Bones. Then I went upstairs. Jafar's and Iago's voices died down. I walked past Oya's bedroom and slipped into my own. Why are you pouting at me? My Triceratops figurine. I know about all sorts of dinosaurs, velociraptors, Afrovenators, Hypsilophodonts. I remember going to the movies to see Jurassic Park back when we still lived in the city and taking pictures with a T-Rex in the hall. It turned its head and roared. It was awesome. And next to it was a Robotech Transformer. I love this cartoon. When a jet fighter speeds up in the intro among the sounds of blaster fire, you know your next 20 minutes will surely be amazing. Zentride space station is captured. Rick, get ready for battle. Yo, he's autistic. He likes dinosaurs and robots. Forest didn't look as grim during the day. Entangled tree branches in the distance and the snowy field between our house and the forest brought sleepiness to my eyes. Sometimes I would still catch myself looking in the window at the icy treetops instead of doing my homework. I've dreamt of becoming an artist since Dad bought me my first comic book. Thank you, Bones. Fly magazine was the coolest. I especially liked the big space-related edition with alien monsters and that funny episode about a gendarme. A skateboard. Fly, the first Soviet and Russian periodic adult comics magazine, extremely popular during the crazy 90s. What made the magazine stand out was the refusal to use material from its foreign counterparts. Interesting. That was an ad in 3 minutes. Yeah, go grind the rails with your skateboard. Started drawing all kinds of stuff since that day, and I seem to be getting pretty good at it. One of my letters even got published in Fly once. Maybe someday they'll even publish my comic. Monsters, Ghosts, UFOs. The Encyclopedia Paranormal Phenomenon from Rosman Publishing. I've learned about the Loch Ness Monster, Medusa Gorgon, and Bigfoot from there. Medusa doesn't really go with Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster. Oya is always scared of the book. She could barely handle sifting through the monster and alien sections with me, but the middle part where they start to talk about ghosts really freaked her out. I even remember hunting ghosts after I'd read that book. I measured the distance between items on my table every evening and checked if they moved due to some supernatural force come the morning. They didn't. But to be honest, what was I expecting? To meet Casper the Ghost? Nothing else to look at? One of the drawers was empty. I hid the policeman's phone number along with the mitten there. Yo, I attained the mitten. The simple action drained the last bit of strength from me. I sat on the bed, and only then I noticed there was someone behind the curtains. My tired hand dropped to the sheets. It's Oya. Whether it was due to medication I took or the stress I underwent, the room began to contort, as if the wind was blowing the walls out like a pair of sails. The room's corners bent and undulated. The only stable thing in the whole room was the figure between the windowsill and the curtains. A flimsy piece of cloth was stuck to my hidden visitor, just like a savant of sorts. Oya? Who else would be standing there? I stood up and licked my dried up lips. Yeah, Oya, it's so funny. The silhouette was unmoving. It was enveloped softly by the curtains. Yo, I'm starting to think it's not Oya. Oh, I gotta add like 10 seconds. I'm gonna stop here for a second. Right before the suspense. We can just listen to this eerie, suspenseful music for 3 minutes. No. Oh, there it goes. I hate how it counts it down and then it stays on starting soon forever. Yeah, you don't have a sub, Mew. Did you not see you didn't have a sub badge? I realized he probably can't hear me. I don't think Mew's actually back. Like they just were concerned as to why they had an ad. No, the email didn't show up for me. It just says Chica's 5 floor for me, and I don't see a sub badge on you. I forgot he can't hear me. That is strange. How dare you, Pyro? I didn't even make you hydrate. I made Nope dehydrate. Ooh woo.
Pyro Wolf 13 made Mew the Catboy submit.
Yeah, they have a sub badge now. Because they wouldn't let you gift them one if they already had one. So yeah, I don't know why it was still showing you had it. Maybe did you lose it like during the stream? And because you haven't refreshed your stream, it was just still showing up for you?
Goddess here.
Is that a thing?
Watching the chat dance with quotes and banter. Bones is on a pyro sleep spree, while Chica plays the quote game. Oops, it's broken. A wild fish
Frosty?
appears and suddenly adds her hypothetical.
You were just
ban.
working a second ago.
Remember, my little foxes, Sushibot's wisdom rings true. Hydration and breaks are key.
Yeah, so you lost it in the middle of stream.
Hashtag we're all crazy.
So since your stream wasn't refreshed, it just stayed on there. That's why. Yeah, it's weird that it still stopped showing up for other people. Yo, Frosty, why didn't you do a shout out? You did the ad thing. A rabbit fish. Okay, I'm tired of listening to this sound. It was enveloped softly by the curtains, as if there was a thick layer of darkness there, not a human being. I reached toward the curtains. Ba-dum, ba-dum, beat my heart, controlled by medication. The wind sang in the field with a chorus of voices. For a second I wanted to return to the bed, just lie down and watch the person behind the curtain, knowing full well they were looking back at me. They're looking without blinking, waiting for me to fall asleep. How can you tell if they're blinking or not? It's just a shadow. Plastic rings rustled against the holder when I pulled open the curtains. Yeah, it was Oya. Gotcha. I knew it was you from the beginning. A blindingly bright halo lit up above Oya's head with the setting sun as the background. My sister was shining. When she was just a baby, Dad always used to say she was shining with happiness. I always retorted, but Dad, she's not some flashlight. But I brought her to the window one day and sunlight poured on her smiling face. I felt like I was holding a child woven from light. Saw everything. Oh really? What did you hide? She was just like my mom when she was little, before she put on her sad mask of tiredness and switched to her commanding tone of voice. It's nothing, just... Oya ran up to the table, her eyes round, and asked, "You stole something and hid it there. Are you a thief?" What? Don't be stupid. I didn't steal anything. A clear image came to mind, that mitten hanging from a tree branch. Oh, that was not a clear image. That hurt. What if I did steal it after all? From the forest, from the tilted figure, standing behind black trees. Oya could be selfish and stubborn when she wanted. Then show me. Swear that you won't tell anyone, then I'll show you. Oya wore a plotting smile. I swear on Mom's heart. An oath she heard in one of the movies about the pioneers we've watched. Pioneer movement, an umbrella term for communist children organizations existing around the world, somewhat reminiscent of the Scout movement. Interesting. Don't say things like that. Oya nodded and made a gesture with her hand, locking her mouth with an imaginary key. She was filled with curiosity that was splashing in her giant eyes. I opened the drawer and Oya leaned in, holding her breath. It looked like there was not just a simple mitten, but some sort of exotic critter. Is this someone's mitten? She said that as she couldn't understand what she saw. A certain boy lost it and got lost himself. Now, you do understand how dangerous it is for kids to wander into the forest, right? He must be really cold out there. Will they find him? They will. The police are going house to house, showing his photo to everybody. Oya traversed the room with care and pressed her tiny palms against the window. And why are they going to houses and not the forest? Are they scared? The question caught me off guard. The police aren't scared of anything. Yeah, right, flashed in my clouded mind. Do they really check every nook and cranny where darkness, cold, and whispers of icy branches dwell? If that's the case, how did they miss the mitten? This game is making me talk too much. Or did it appear later for me? I changed the topic, as if trying to get Oya as far away as possible from the forest thicket. We may get a reward if I go and find this boy by myself. A lot of stuff like in Field of Wonders. A Soviet and Russian TV game show, still running to this day, coming out every Friday, can be described as a partially adapted version of Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. Sounds cool, right? Oya wasn't listening to me. She was piercing the forest with incredibly adult eyes, uncharacteristic for her. What if the owl got him? Nonsense, an owl won't be able to lift a human. But you know what? I was picking my words with utmost care. I forced them out of my overexerted brain. Stay away from the forest. I think it's... How should I put it? It's cursed or something. Just like in a fairy tale? No, not like that. More like in that spooky tape Mom and Dad are hiding from us. Oya shivered and stole a glance at the window. I saw you running away. Someone was chasing you. No, it's just, I was hurrying back home so Mom won't be worried. As I looked at my sister, my heart was tearing apart. She was so fragile, it was so easy to stifle her light. A gust of wind and her small fire would be gone. You're lucky. Mom won't even let me go outside. I'm like a princess in the tower, can't go anywhere. I'll die from boredom here. You're wrong. No one has ever died of boredom. And you have me in your cartoons, and Mom and Dad will be good to each other soon. You know what I would wish for on my next birthday? I'd wish for Mom and Dad to turn into children so we could go and play together like we used to. Yeah, and if you make them as small as bugs, we could place them into a little box. Oya giggled and tugged at my sleeve. Pony, let's go watch Aladdin. Fatigue won over my desire to be with my little sister. I was washed over by some sort of heinous apathy. I'm too tired. I don't want to. Come on. It's so boring alone, and Mom is always busy. We can pick a cartoon you haven't seen before. Powder Blue Tang. Yo, it's almost a Dory. It's just too light of a blue. I know all of her tapes by heart at this point. Not all of them. You haven't watched Peter Pan. Remember how you fell asleep in the middle of it? But so much happens after that. Let's go, let's go. Maybe a bit later. Should I tell you how it ends? Let's leave that for tomorrow. I won't tell you tomorrow. I know, let's play hide and seek. No, Oya. Then draw me a dino. Oya, please. Draw it, draw it. Will you leave me alone already? I blurted it out without thinking, and then I was immediately taken aback. I'd never screamed at my little sister like that. Oya stared at me in shock. Her lips started trembling, a precursor to tears. My chest was seething with disgust and embarrassment. What's happening to me? I hurried to prevent Oya from crying. Alright, you win. Let's go watch cartoons for a bit. I don't wanna. I came up to her, put my hand on her soft head. Let's go. Let's go watch Peter Pan. Boo, you'll fall asleep again. I smiled and lifted her chin. Her eyes were wet and felt bottomless. I promise I won't. And I'll draw you a full Triceratops later. Hooray. Triceratops. Well, close enough. Oya rubbed her eyes with the sleeve of her pajamas, and a shiny smile returned to her face. I'll go ask Mom for condensed milk and bread, and you rewind the tape. The bread is fresh, just how you like it. Alright, just be careful not to spill the milk, or you'll be yelled at again. Wanna bet I won't spill it? The tape is somewhere in the nightstand. Look for it. Oya disappeared into the doorway, and I dragged my feet into the neighboring room. Oh, that was a weird noise. Bet? Oh yeah, bet she won't spill it? An old teddy bear is the main attraction here. Oya doesn't sleep without it. She digs her nose into its fur when she sleeps. A piggy bank. Oya is saving money for a real puppy because Dad said that taking care of him will take a lot of money. A scary window where Oya sees that accursed owl every night, lurking in the dark. Oya keeps curtains open during the day, but as soon as the twilight comes, she shuts them tight, so she wouldn't see the pair of hungry eyes outside. I don't like that this bear makes noise every time I go over it. The old floats-on TV was gathering dust in the corner. All that was left was clicking the button on the front panel. I was supposed to go look for the tape first, though. An orange-spined unicorn fish. The tube warmed up and familiar white noise started dancing on the black screen. I almost reached out to turn on the VCR when the noise calmed down and a blurry image appeared for a moment. It was a dark taiga forest, just like the one outside my window. The picture split the screen in half. I don't like this weird garbled talking. Something creepy resembling human speech was coming out of the speaker. Just a few moments later, the scenery was again overshadowed by noise. Did it catch some road signal? Local TV station only really showed Soviet cartoons, and even that was pretty rare. And only just recently I used to always watch Robotech before school. It was so awesome. Maybe I should tinker with the antenna. What if I catch this channel again? On the other hand, Oya had asked me to find the tape. It wouldn't be nice to disappoint her. But in my sleepy state, I didn't have the strength to do all of it. Set. Oh? Picture finally cleared up. At the moment I rejoiced at finding that weird signal again, the TV started coughing, a voice barely coming through the cacophony. He was often seen at the moment when small snowy hills were lined up on the screen, pierced with rickety crosses, and a male voice was narrating with a slow, mournful voice. It was a pitch-black night at the cemetery. In that fateful dark time, little Sanya met her fate at the face of a monstrous thicket dweller. The locals call him none other than the Forest Master. I froze and did my best not to move, as if by doing that I could scare away the narrator. I listened closely to his every word. The beast dealt with the helpless girl in a masterful manner. Bright. Ow. The camera panned across the snow with something black spilled over it, looking for ragged pieces of cloth that were thrown around all over the place. I didn't want to think whether Senya's remains were wrapped in there, so I shut my eyes without thinking. The voice continued. Wolves are rare guests in these parts. Oh. Here's what Tamara, the old woman that lives in a nearby crypt, had to say. A close-up shot of the face of an old homeless woman, weary from life and alcohol abuse, rattled on the screen. Yes, such a fearsome beastie it is, worse than the rising dead. The old woman splattered saliva all over the rectangular mic. I don't like that noise. And the stink, it's like... The rest of her comparison was swallowed up by the sound of a horn. I've never felt anything like that. It was just standing there, yes, right where you stand, boyo, and pierced me with its eyes, right in the middle of the day. It was so huge, that one, with glassy eyes. Obscenities were covered by another beat. You know, they say if this demon lays its eyes on you, it'll snatch you, put you into his bag, and you're done. But he won't touch me. Likes me, it seems. So they even call me the Devil's Wench. And it's definitely true. A carnivorous monster will not touch those who fell to the level of forest beast, going for the innocent child's blood instead. The forest master's presence is felt more and more on the outskirts of our country. Torn between believing in what was said and shrugging it away, I decided to record the remaining part of the documentary for some reason. I quickly grabbed the tape that was on the top of the TV and put it into the VCR without even looking at the cover. Oh no, he's gonna tape over Peter Pan. I pressed record, turned the sound up, and paid attention to the slipping signal. It's not called the Forest Master for nothing. All the animals obey it, be they hairy or feathery. They're all precursors for its appearance. Oh my god, this is killing my eyes. Why? You hear howls in the distance, then it most likely already knows where you live. You find animal prints all over your doorstep and birds watching you from the trees, you'd better hide, it's already coming for you. If you wake up at night and see a pair of eyes in your window, then soon. 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 Okay. Okay. The TV suddenly went mad and looped the last word over and over, piercing my ears. Yeah, that hurt. I got goosebumps all over my spine. The tape ended and was rewinding to the beginning. The sound of rustling tape reminded me of leaves in the wind and the low howl of the beast. I woke up from my stupor and pressed the button. The VCR ejected the tape. For a moment I thought it was stained with saliva. That was just the light from the chandelier making the black plastic glossy. And then I saw the cover. Oops, I recorded it over Peter Pan, yep. That's what I get for hurrying. It was bad enough that I ruined Oya's cartoon, but I also put this creepy stuff over it. Yeah, it was very rude. I can't let her see this. We'll drown in tears. I snuck a glance at the door. I could hear the clatter of glass and the squeaky floorboards. Oya appeared in the doorway. You haven't started without me, have you? My sister brought the tray with unevenly cut bread and a whole can of condensed milk. No. I was looking for the tape. Do you really want to watch Peter Pan? I do. Turn it on already. Mom will come watch her bazillion drama soon. Come on, think fake detective. You know I didn't like Peter Pan. Maybe we should watch The Little Mermaid instead. I've already seen it so many times, and you promised me. She's so stubborn. I know, let's watch a couple of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles episodes first, deal? Oya frowned, but ultimately gave up. She put down the tray and crossed her hands on her chest. You want it so much. Can you open the milk can? I'm afraid I'll cut myself with the sharp edges. As soon as I stood up, colorful dots popped up before my eyes, and my sore legs were pierced by thousands of needles. Only when I reached the sofa, I realized that the can was already opened. Oya had tricked me, played me for a fool. My stomach became heavy. I wanted to rush toward the TV, but my little sister was faster. She picked up the remote and proclaimed in a victorious tone, "Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. As a remote's master, I command you to watch Peter Pan." I couldn't even open my mouth, and the VCR had already eaten the accursed tape. She'll play it, and then black crosses on unnamed graves, empty crypts, bloody scraps on the snow, and the insane devil's wench. I'd rather tell the truth. Oya, stop. I erased the end of your tape by accident. I'll trade it with you for 2 of mine. What do you mean? You couldn't erase it. Me and Dad had broken off all those plastic pins with a screwdriver. You can't record anything over my cartoons now. My little sister pressed the triangular play button on the remote. I squeezed on the inside, awaiting the out-of-this-world voice of the narrator. But I saw the duel between Peter Pan and Captain Hook instead. What, skipping straight to the middle of the movie? I sighed in relief. My head, heavy as a leaden ball, now rested in my hands. Oya smiled in joy. She put the tape on rewind and started spreading milk over her bread. They spread milk on bread? And when the cartoon started, she forgot about everything in the world. As if she really got transported to the Neverland, like she always wished. To be honest, I also imagined myself there. In a land where one never ages, where no one argues over little things, where no one listens to fights and the sound of broken plates at night. But now Peter Pan's land was especially far away from me. My thoughts dragged on, stumbled upon the horned beast that awaited me among the trees, and the narrator's mournful voice haunted me, sliding over bushes and ravines. Like a winged carnivore would track its prey. Felt like I was dreaming with my eyes still open. Then my sister's scream pulled me back to reality. Tony, shut the curtains, fast. Why? No one's watching you. It's dark, and when it's dark, the owl comes. I'm scared. I got out of bed, fighting my drowsiness, and closed the curtains. Why didn't she get up and close the curtains? Nothing else to do? I did my best not to look outside, toward the treetops, toward the taiga forest, which seemingly drew closer and closer. Of course, it was just a visual effect from shadows of branches scraping the snow. Tony, Mom thinks I made the owl up, and Dad too, thinks I'm a liar since I'm small. But the owl exists. Honestly it does. You do believe me, right? That it comes every night and... I swiftly grabbed Oya's hand and looked her in the eyes. I was trying to transfer at least some of my courage and determination. But did I really have those qualities? Yes, I believe you, alright? Just don't nag our parents about it anymore. They're already dealing with a lot, so they'll just get mad at you. Come and tell me if anything happens. And don't look out the window. But it wants me to look. Doesn't matter. Act like it doesn't exist and never existed, like it's made up, just like Mom and Dad say. It'll get tired of waiting and fly away. It was madness, but after everything that's happened recently, I was more and more inclined? They missed a letter. To believe Oya's owl existed. We followed Peter Pan's adventures as if nothing had happened, as if the forest didn't kidnap kids, as if our parents weren't tearing each other apart bit by bit. Captain Hook was running away from a crocodile, and Captain Pan was headed to London on a gilded sailboat. By some miracle, I lasted longer than my little sister. Oya's eyelids had dropped. She started snorting lightly, resting her chin on the side of the bed. The chorus was singing the ending song. The world of Disney was lit up by a silvery moon. Okay. Another moon peeked from under the first one. Gary and Wayne hanging over the taiga forest. The horrific report got recorded right over the credits. My throat went dry. My pulse became faster. I looked toward Oya. She smacked her lips in her sleep. I squeezed the remote with all my might, ready to press stop any moment. I rewound the recording, checked if it was intact, and then carefully took out the tape. The protective pin was still in place. I stood up and left Oya's room. Whether it was by providence or by curse, I hid the tape alongside the mitten at the exact moment Mom peeked into my room. Enough playing around. It's your first day at school tomorrow. Go to bed. You should sleep properly. You don't want to be teased for being sleepy, right? Adults think everything is so simple. As if sound sleep would ensure my classmates would like me. I covered myself with a blanket up to my neck and listened to the house humming, to something invisible rustling in the corners. My inner voice had a question for me. Do I want to hear that mysterious flute again? Yes or no? Maybe it's just a part of growing up and I can't fully understand my own desires. The forest wailed behind the barrier that was my walls. Some ethereal entity wandered the fields. Branches shook as if calling for me. Yo, it's getting darker. The wind howled on in the night. My thoughts were like annoying flies that entered my head before becoming weak and tangled. I didn't notice how I fell into slumber. You know, I inspected all the objects. Oh. Yeah, the second episode is already out. Well, that was very short. My nose is so itchy too. Yo, is Cypher gonna be ending soon? As soon as this ad is over, I will find out. What happened? Oh, thank you, Bones. Hey, ad, go away so I can find out if he plans on streaming more.
Pick it up. I'm done.
Mackerel.
Oh. Spider-Man's coming.
You miss having mackerel? That's so gross. Oh. Well, never mind. Yeah, we're not reading Cypher. He just went to his ending screen. Okay, hopefully yeah, their name is Lampy, but their username only has lamp. I was so confused. I guess we're going to raid Lampy. Oh my god, my nose is so itchy. Oh yeah, I should copy the raid message too. Scratches my noise. My nose is itchy. But I'm gonna raid out now, so bye.